Okay, we've got our top three finishers from today's Superbike race here at Barber Motorsports Park. Our winner, Jake Gagne, second place, Cameron Beaubier, and third place, Josh Herron. We'll get started with Josh. Fifth yesterday, third today. I know you had some issues yesterday that made the bike pretty uncomfortable to ride. Was it a case of fixing that, or just did the rain fix it?
We come into this event knowing it's going to be difficult for us. Obviously I come into it hoping that the bike feels good, but for some reason, if it only happens at one track, I'm totally okay with it. But, this just happens to be that track for us where it's just no matter what we do, we know exactly what the problem is and we just cannot figure a way to fix it. So yesterday we just gambled for the race to just try something completely different. And, it was a little bit worse, but the result would have been probably the same, fourth, fifth, sixth, somewhere right in that spot. So, and then, we woke up this morning, or I woke up this morning, just came to track just praying that you guys were going to cancel the race because I just suck so bad in the rain on this bike. And the guys they just made a change today that all of a sudden I went out first lap, just felt super good. Drug my knee for the first time in my life in the rain and just had tons of confidence. But then in the race, I still felt good. Like I was super happy with the bike, but I didn't have that confidence I had this morning. I came in the podium and Mick from Dunlop said my tire for some reason was 7 pounds more pressure in the rear than the other guys. So I don't know what happened there, if it was a mistake, if somehow, I don't know, the thing just raised some pressure, but I was fighting it super hard in the straight up and down areas, hydroplaning, and I think just that tensing me up so much when I would hit those puddles, it just then made me ride a little bit more tense than I wanted, and was having a little bit more moments in the corners than I wanted because of that. So to walk out of here with a podium in the rain is like me winning the championship. Like it just feels amazing because last year, if you added up the points that we lost in the rain, I guarantee it was probably 50 something points. So this is a really huge breakthrough for us for the year. And just excited for the rest of the season now.
When Cameron passed you over there, I think you made kind of a bad decision with the lap traffic.
Yeah, I came over the top of that hill and most of the time the slower guys will hug the inside through the long right. So I didn't want to mess myself up to try to get by them. So I'm like, all right, I'll just go outside. And then they sat up to let us by. So yeah, that was super unfortunate, but it is what it is. I think Cam probably would have got me anyways, but it definitely hurt my ego a little bit. I didn't want to risk it to try and maybe catch him. It just wasn't worth it at that point.
All right, good job. Second place today, Cameron Beaubier. He won yesterday. Second today, he's the championship points leader. Very solid weekend. You've got to be happy with how you started your season.
Yeah, absolutely. Win yesterday, second today. To be honest with you, I'm just happy today is over with. I haven't had nerves like that going into a race, and you always have a little bit, but not it's nerves from actually, just the track surface. That warm-up lap, I saw how much standing water there was. We watched the end of Supersport, and I was like, damn, this is going to be a long race. But, luckily everyone was safe out there, and we got it done. This guy put on a clinic and rode away from us. I couldn't even see him, 5 laps into the race. So, hats off to him. Hats off to Josh. Like I said, glad today's over with. I think, Josh and Bob riding around in front of me really, I felt like helped my confidence. I was able to start finding my groove and rolling around the track. And because there at the beginning, I would go into the fast chicane on the back straightaway, and I was hydroplaning, and I had no idea what was going on. And I noticed they started going a little bit inside that, and I was hitting the puddle that I couldn't really see on the line you would hit in the dry. So I tidied up some things. Saw Josh hydroplane big time in front of me a couple times on the short chute from Charlotte's Web to Museum. That was a little scary, and but after that, Josh got messed up a little bit with some lap traffic, and I darted to the inside, and I was able to put 4 or 5 laps together there at the end, and it felt pretty good. Was able to open up a little gap and brought it home in second.
All right, good job. Before I forget, there's actually 10 AMA Superbike champions sitting at this table, so that's pretty cool. Our winner today, Jake Gagne, it's his 42nd career victory. His first win in, I think, almost exactly a year. He rode Atlanta last year, which was our season opener then. You had a horrible year since that win. I mean, how good does this feel to feel like you're actually back with and with a dominant win in the rain?
Yeah, it's just good to be, I just want to be fighting with these guys, I mean, Cam, Josh, Bobby, I think are going to be the guys really making, obviously defending champ Josh, and Cam's hungry he hasn't had enough Superbike championships, I guess. So I just want to be in the fight, and yesterday I was actually really happy with that ride. Yesterday I felt a little better than I thought in the race, and just to be kind of sniffing those guys for a little while. And obviously, I was kind of excited for the rain today, but even like we said, watching that Supersport race, the track was really gnarly, especially on a Superbike. Like, it's so easy to hydroplane. So a warm-up lap, like, I was just really just hoping we all could kind of be patient and not see anything bad happen, because it really was gnarly. But yeah, like I said, this Yamaha just works so well in the wet. I've been on it for so many years. We've had a lot of rain races, so it really just feels we got a good setup that we can take anywhere in the wet. So I kind of course, you never know what's going to happen. Guys like Cam and Josh and Bob could throw down at any time, even in the rain, even in tricky conditions like that. So I'm just happy that I mainly kept it on 2 and got, once I got in the lead, like I said, I just didn't want to, having clear track in front of you is so helpful, because when you're looking at splash, you can't see where the puddles are. You're worried about hydroplaning. So I'm just, I don't even remember how I got in the lead, first or second lap, but then kind of put my head down and the bike just was working really good. So I'm happy to leave with 2 podiums. I'm psyched with that, honestly.
You kind of showed your hand this morning, and then I spoke to you a little bit after, and you seemed like you were ready to go. Was that this morning a big confidence boost for you?
I mean, like I said, I've ridden this bike so much in the rain. We have such an awesome setup. The power of the R1, the grip, everything just works really well in the wet. No matter if it's flooded or kind of, I guess, like Road Atlanta last year, it works well. And so I guess I can always say I'm ready for the rain. But that, like I said, I think all of us were a little nervous because the track was gnarly. And but yeah, we got a little work to do for sure in the dry to run, kind of have the intensity and speed that these guys do. But we'll just keep plugging away at it. And yeah, like I said, I just want to be in the fight. I want to be fighting for wins with these guys up here, and we'll see what happens. We had one day of rain in at Podium Club, and Bobby was out there. He probably did 70 laps in the rain. I didn't even ride. Because I mean, yeah, like I said, I've ridden on this bike so many times in the wet. It's the same. So I was literally just sitting out on track watching Bob do lap after lap after lap.
All right, thanks. Anybody else? Okay, thanks. All right. We've got the top 3 finishers from today's second Supersport race here at Barber Motorsports Park. Our winner today, Josh Hayes. Second place, PJ Jacobson. And third place, Matthew Skoltz. We'll get started with Matthew. As I said on the way up here, you're the master of crashing in the rain here and still getting on the podium. Is that like a specialty?
2 for 2 at Barber, right?
Is that something you've been working on, or?
No, I never planned on doing it again, but here we are.
It must kind of feel like a win after going through what you went through and still ending up on the podium. Is that kind of the case?
I mean, I wouldn't call it a win, but yeah, getting back on the podium was something that I didn't think would be possible. After crashing, I picked up the bike. It wasn't too badly damaged. I was hoping to get a top 10 just to salvage something. And yeah, I passed Blake, and on the final lap, the pit board said I was in P5, so I don't think that they calculated it right by that point. So I thought I was in 5th place, and looked up at the tower afterwards and saw I was 3rd. So really stoked on that. I think I still have the championship lead, so that's all we really worried about now. Well done to PJ. He's been there, rain, drought, whatever. And Josh, my man, back up here, winning races at 50. I hope one day I can still be doing the same thing. Inspiration to us all, really.
Was there a split second when you thought that was savable?
I mean, kind of. You always think that you can save it until you can't, right? yeah, that's it.
All right, well, good job.
Thank you.
Second place today, PJ Jacobson. He was also second yesterday. You saw a lot of stuff going on in front of you, and you obviously didn't want any part of that. When did you decide that you weren't going to be able to pass Josh? Was it like right till the very end, or did you think about being a little smarter before that?
I think I just got in my head too much, and then once I seen Skoltz, had that crash, I was kind of like, hey, should I go for Josh and pass him? Because I was right there, and I could see a pass. But I think I was just in my head too much, and then I was like, I second is good. The weather, and the track is absolutely terrible. And I was just closing the front down every straightaway, so it was a nightmare actually out there. And I think today, just to bring it back home with some points was the main objective here.
Yeah, so 2 second places to open the weekend or the season's not a bad way to go.
No, not at all. I feel like we had a pretty strong weekend and stuff. Congrats to Josh on his win today. That's awesome. And then Skoltz recovering for third place. So, yeah, it's going to be a dogfight again in this whole championship throughout the year. And we'll see how it goes.
All right, good job. Our winner today, Josh Hayes, 50 years old this week. Supersport winner, his 89th career win. I guess you see that kid Bobier win, and you got to keep piling it on a little bit. But
got to try.
Seriously, going into this season, I mean, you have to think you're still competitive or you wouldn't do it. But is this somewhat of a surprise for you? And did the weather play into your hands? Or tell us a little bit about how that worked out.
I don't know. I won the last national I rode in the rain in 23 at New Jersey. And, my expectations were not this today. I know somebody asked me, and I'm like, man, Supersport in the rain right now is so stacked. I mean, we've seen what Matt can do. We've seen what PJ can do in the rain. Blake Davis has really grown in the rain. Kayla, there's so many people that have shown great speed in the rain. And so I just tried to be smart. I was able really early on. They had some moments, and I really tried to learn as much as I could this morning and in that warm-up lap that we had. And I committed to what my lines were going to be, and I pretty much stuck to them the whole race. And I said, okay, when Matt caught me, I'm like, if he's got the speed to go, I'm going to do what I can to learn from him and hang on. But if he goes, man, if I finish here in this area, I'm in pretty good shape. His confidence has been incredible to watch him. And I just feel lucky to be a part of the success of the R9 program right from the beginning. What an incredible weekend. And I watched these two guys battle last year, and with any stroke of luck, they're going to have to deal with me more than in the rain this year, and that's our goal and our hope. And I'm looking forward to some more racing.
How bad were the conditions?
The first half of the race, I felt like the rain wasn't coming down too bad, but honestly, about the time Matthew fell and a little the next lap, man, the rain really started to come down. The rivers and the water on the back straight basically doubled in size. And standing water, and even our bikes straight up and down, we were rah, 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 and you just couldn't, there was nowhere to go. And I actually put my hand up on the white flag lap, and I was embarrassed to do it while leading the race. The leader always wants the race over, but it was pretty bad. I thought the last two laps were beyond, and I sure wouldn't want to be a Superbike guy to ride in those conditions coming up.
I was just going to ask the three of you, how much do you miss racing a Superbike right about now?
Well, it has TC. It at least has a little TC, but I probably had more front end moments today in the rain. I've never saved a front ender in the rain, and I had 2 or 3 today, so I feel pretty lucky.
All right, any questions?
Josh, hey, so I found out that your crew chief this year is yourself, and you weren't real happy with your crew chief yesterday with the setup. So did the setup matter today, or is it just about survival in the rain?
Rain changes a lot. We did ride a completely new motorcycle today, and all I can say is it worked pretty good. When I get it out in the dry and get to ride it at full pop, what's it going to be like? I'm really not too sure. And I got to say, I kind of told you I'm my own crew chief, but I have a lot of support and help, and what we came up with today wasn't one of my ideas. I was happy to go out and try something new though, because I needed to be fired yesterday. So we'll take what we can get, and I'm just excited to be up here racing with these two guys and still be able to be competitive with world-class riders. And I'm looking forward to trying again. Road Atlanta is a racetrack that I love, and I'm looking forward to going back there and seeing what we can do.
Anybody else? Okay, thanks.